We as humanity, we always try to define what is so-called normal and try to figure it out and make a meaning for what is so-called normal line, the predicted path that we should go all through the same way, that any kind of differentiation from that path, from that line, would be something very bad. Of course, many of us, we have that natural need to follow and blend in. To take an example from others, but that in itself gives so much pressure to us to always be something or be somewhere. Of course, if it's really important to you to blend in and never stand out in any way and always be in safe, so-called, and never try anything new or want to find anything surprising or very meaningful, then of course go ahead and try to always go these lines that have defined to us, called by society. But the point what I try to make in this video is that nothing bad will happen if you don't always follow what others are doing or this so-called defined line. There is always variance in everything. We all can't be in the same place in the same time. We have to be in different places. We can't be all the same. And that should be something that we all should understand and accept. So if you don't have everything like everybody else have, that you feel that you are behind or ahead, that in itself it is not so bad that you would think you are there where you need to be, and nobody from outside of you can tell you what should you be or where should you be. You can make that meaning for you, that definition for you. I would hope that we give more grace to ourselves and be where we are without so much being so judgmental to us. There are always goals and something that we should try to reach, but that don't mean that when we do not have it, that we should be very judgmental and very critical and treat ourselves as a negative way. We are always searching, we are always in this endless journey that we are in. And that perfection that we seek, that is just the end goal. It is not something that we never will reach, but that is always that we go towards to, that gives us motivation and hunger and meaning for everything. For me at least, it gave so much freedom and that way also happiness, so much peace, inner peace, and I just let go in a sense. It is so tiring to try to be always what others want me to be or should be, or the society try to label what as normal, what we all should go and strive for. Maybe you just be who you are and what you are and make meaning for your own journey. Of course, you will stand out when you are not in that middle line, where most of us are, but that shouldn't be anything to be scared about or try to avoid. Of course it can feel unpleasant, but it is hugely rewarding, not only for you, but the world in itself. We can't find anything new from the normal. We can't find anything new to be the same that everybody else are. You are a unique being. Nobody else like you are in this universe and in this world. It needs you, all of you, as you are. And like I said, we all can't be in the same place. We can have goals, but they should be stayed like that way. It is goal that we reach in some point, and there is different phases in that. There is that acquiring phase also, that is natural part of everything, that when you do not have it yet, and you shouldn't be judgmental of that when you are in that place, or nobody else in that around you. And if somebody is or are, then the fault in it is in them, not in you. But truly give yourself that grace, that space and time to be more of you, who you are and where you are. Be happy, be appreciative, proud of everything that you are and where you are. Embrace your uniqueness. That is the only way to you to find your own success and happiness. Because you are not meant to be anything else that you are. You do not have to be somebody else. We all have our own meanings, place in life, in this universe that exists. Otherwise there wouldn't be any kind of good reason for you to live and exist. And when you can understand that, you have to do to yourself that favor, and everything that exists that you chase for the real you, not anything else. Be honest to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Be proud of what you see. Ask who you are, and then be honest to that version and go to that right direction. what that true you is saying to you. You will never reach certain kind of normality point. You are always searching. And if you're always just trying to achieve certain kind of point in your life, you're endlessly in that searching phase and never truly happy. So let yourself be in this moment already happy and satisfied. And enjoy the journey that you are in. The becoming, changing, always. Hopefully for the better. It is your choice. And of course I hope that we can all go to that better direction. Listen to that inner voice in us more and more. Because that should be leading us towards the better in every way. But we have to be truly honest, not always running and asking ourselves what is the real thing, what we are doing, where we want to be, what we want to achieve, who we want to be, who we are. All these kind of questions. But truly thank you again being with me today as always. And I hope you all the best as always. And if you're interested about personal coaching in some kind of area, be free to check out the description box below. Hope we see you next time and always take care. Thank you.